All right, so I want to tell you guys a stupid little story that happened to me this week, and it's where a piece of artwork that I did kind of came back to bite me in the ass. And it was a very unusual situation that most artists just don't want to get involved in. And, you know, you see part of my job, I play around with photography equipment. That's not really my job. My real job is being a full-time photographer and running an art studio, and this is all my work. So this piece right here is the one that came back. And the weird thing is, this piece is actually called Come to Me. And I created this piece in 2011, and it's a very complicated image process. And let me just take you through this. So I will. This is where photography meets painting. And there isn't actually any blue over here. This is just a weird highlight that's coming through right now. If I move the camera over here, you'll see it's not there. Basically, this is a massive image transfer. This piece is 4 foot by 5 foot, and it's about, I want to say it's 28 different tiles. And what I did is a carbon-based image transfer over a painting and then painted on it again. And what happens is when you do a carbon-based image transfer, if I can get in, let's see how close I can get in here. When you come in here, this stuff that you're seeing right here is emulsion. And so you basically take a print, you reverse it, you print it huge, you cut it up into tiles, then you glue it onto your painting, and then you scrub the paper away so it just leaves the emulsion. So this is a very time-consuming and complicated process, and it actually takes longer to do an image transfer than it does to actually do the painting, but the patina is what I was going for. And in this case, I did it in tiles to kind of represent folded up pin-up poster. And this particular piece, when I did it, the model that I had at the time, I decided to kind of do a little tribute to Susie from Susie and the Banshees. And so I had her kind of dress up like her, and then I had a makeup artist come in and give her Susie makeup, although you can't really tell in the shot. But you know, this is really one of my favorite pieces that I've ever done. This one and my motorcycle girl, Dime on a Bike, which is also the same process. These are very complicated to do, and you know, it's truly a labor of love, but these are the only 2 pinups that I've ever done as actual artwork that were this big. And definitely the only 2 pinups that I've ever done as image transfer. So it was a huge amount of work going into this. So a couple of years ago, I sold this piece to another artist, and he was actually kind of a well-known up-and-coming artist and starting to break out internationally, and a really cool guy. And when artists deal with other artists, if we like them, we give them deals, even if it's on stuff that we love, because we know that they're as passionate as we are about it. The only thing that was kind of strange was he ended up buying a villa in Mexico and didn't want to move all of his stuff over the border. So he ended up gifting all of his artwork, and it was a lot of his pieces, and this piece went with it. And I was actually kind of surprised. So a couple of weeks after he did this, I got this very unusual email. I didn't know what to think when I actually got this. So I explained to him exactly what it was, and how long ago I did it and how much work went into it. And then I got this email saying that he wanted to sell it back to me. So eventually I decided that, yeah, I needed to get it back from him, just because at this point it was such a process to create this piece, and there was so much work that went into it that it almost felt like it was like one of your children and somebody was holding it hostage or something. So I had to get it back. So I ended up making him a deal to buy it back for literally next to nothing. And I'm glad that he agreed to it, but it was a very unusual situation that I hope no artist ever has to go through. I really wanted to get this piece back because it's one of my pride and joys. I mean, I put a lot of work into it, and it's one of my favorite pieces, and I think it just fell together perfectly the way that it came out. So I hope you guys never have to go through this situation. You know, my other big nightmare is finding my work in a Goodwill. So what do you do then? But anyway, I just thought I'd share this story with you guys. So take it easy. We'll talk to you later. See ya.